Question. Who is the best sensei?
If you guessed Koro-Sensei, you're right.
So today we're unboxing the 1/8 scale Koro-Sensei from Taka Corp.
I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Zafira.
So he is a 1/8 scale from Taka Corp, which is a French manufacturer. He's a PVC figure and costs around 140 euros.
Yeah, and I bought him from the German shop Figuya.com, so I had no trouble getting him at all.
That's very nice if you don't have to worry about customs or high shipping prices and that stuff.
He is huge.
Yes.
And he's a 1/8 scale. I mean, of course, he's a
Tall character.
I'm scared. Get this stuff out of
Don't throw the knife away.
Ah! This is my first figure from that company. Never heard anything of them. But Koro-Sensei looks good. Ooh, I like this matte finish.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Okay, let's free him.
I think for a 1/8 scale, these knives are pretty large too. Imagine Gumi holding it.
But I think those combat knives are huge. Come on! I'm very scared. It's breaking his tentacles.
Where does the knife go?
I think it goes in here. I like it.
Oh, he looks very cool.
I mean, honestly, he's a pretty simple character.
That's true.
And that's why I initially didn't want to pay 140 euros for him. But in the end, I'm very glad I did because he looks so cool and there's not much variety of Koro-Sensei figures. Okay, quality-wise, I mean, there are some little imperfections in the paint job. You can see a little seam line here on his head, but it's not too obvious. Painting is not super clean, but I think it's kind of nitpicking. The overall aesthetic with the paint,
Yeah.
I really like it.
I also like the composition with the tentacles. Looks very dynamic.
Yeah, he looks very cool. His base also is really cool. It's like a wooden floor, wooden planks or whatever, and on a black plate, which is kind of unnecessary, but I don't mind. It doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't take away from the figure.
Yeah,
which
and
is the most important.
yeah, he is very tall compared
to a 1/8 scale. And Gumi is already standing on a base which is very high. Yeah, so he wouldn't look bad next to a 1/7 scale or something.
No, absolutely not. And he is heavy.
Yeah.
And the PVC doesn't feel cheap. You know, sometimes you have this really cheap feel to plastic, and he does not feel cheap at all.
Oh,
He feels very sturdy.
Kind of a little bit like vinyl or something.
Yeah, he feels very high quality. And Assassination Classroom was so fun. I never expected to have so much fun with that anime. Okay, so overall impression, I'm very happy with how the figure turned out to be, and I was very, very interested in the figure because never heard of the company.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting to see new companies, their quality and stuff.
And since it's a French manufacturer, so European manufacturers are not that common, I would say. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the figure and think it looks great. There's not much to say about him. I definitely would recommend him if you like Assassination Classroom and you are able to get him, because we read on my figure collection that it's kind of hard for people outside Europe to order him. I would recommend him and I'm very happy to have him in my collection.
So this is the end of the video. See you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye bye.